Hello everybody. So today I'm going to be showing you my replacement kits from Biggest Craft, and I gave away the original of one of them, which was a picture of a bowl of soup that only had 28 colors, but I'll go over the differences with you. I tried to hold off on giving it away, but the circumstances changed, so it is now in the hands of somebody new who I'm hoping to get in a cross stitch, and I do not have it with me to compare, but I hope you are all okay with that. Alright, so this time it does have a photo on the front. It is very obviously, compared to the first one, printed at a different factory, which you wouldn't really know if you haven't watched the first video. The first one, it only had the tiny picture down here, but this one actually has the photo printed on it, so now you can kind of see it in all of its glory. So you can see I folded it already, so the whole image is showing, as I like to do. And it's quite wide. How would I mean? Well, the instructions are here. And this one, let's see how many colors. Right, I am going to keep it folded, so you're only going to be missing a little portion of it, but this is just because I have this metal rod, because my desk is 2 tiers, and there's this metal rod in the way that's holding up the second tier to my desk, so unfortunately things that are too wide can't get pushed back that far. So the first one was 28 colors, and this one is 46 colors. Now this paper pattern is kind of tiny. It reminds me of DIY, but look how clear the printing is. I have already checked this over. There's no smearing at all on it, but oh my goodness, the printing is perfect. There's so much detail in here compared to the first one. And the first one, I will go look up what size the first one was, and I will put that on screen, and I will put it right next to this, or right above it. And you can tell right away that not only did you get more colors and details, but we also got a larger piece. Now this is still 11 count, obviously, and if I'm being fully honest, I didn't really want a larger piece. I'm not going to complain about it, but I'm a little less likely to start this before other kits now. So this is the kit, or like the little toolkit it came with, the reindeer, the pom-pom with your 5 needles, and then the needle threader kind of stuck in there. Large side, small side. Let me move this out the way. And I am now dubbing whatever factory prints these canvases is now my all-time favorite, and it is the one that says Warm Prompt at the bottom, even though the printing kind of got cut off on this one, because I love their color choices. I don't know what it is. I honestly can't really tell you. I just love these canvases. They feel sturdier to me, like sturdier in a way where I can stitch in hand, and by the time it's starting to loosen up, I'm already moving on to the next section. Again, you can see how lovely and saturated all of this is. It is massive, massive. This is huge. This is far larger than what I would have, like if I had the choice in size with the same amount of colors, I probably would have gone smaller, I'm not gonna lie, but again, we're just gonna get so much better details in this now because of how large this is. Let's see what we have for symbols. Alright, so already I can tell you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful with this. In some, I don't want to say they're blown out, but they fill so much of the square that they look similar or could be mistaken. Like right here's a good example. That upside down T or whatever you want to call it got a little blown out. This right here, that orange X and what looks like half an X, you could easily stitch that the same color as the X if you weren't fully paying attention. And then right here, the red squares with the red triangles over it. And then orange lines next to the, I gotta hold this differently, right here. So this company, or factory printing, could get confusing, but I have been doing these near my fairy light wall, so I actually haven't been having much of trouble at all seeing it. So yeah. Where did I put the colors? So right away, obviously there's going to be a lot more floss. I'm loving this green in here, and you can see the palette is being translated well. This purple, not completely sure about that purple in there, but it's there. So we got 371. I actually really like this. This is kind of like the color of a sage plant you'd get on the side of the highway. Lots of peachy tans. Don't fall out on me. 3770. And we got two of those, I believe. Yeah, 2 of those. Oop, quite a few of these are trying to come undone. 951. Ooh, don't you dare. 754. This one did come undone. And I don't know if the loops are clean enough for me to find it to get it back. Nope. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna do it as pretty as they did it, but I'm gonna try to fix it. Yeah, not as pretty, but I got it back. And so, sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. 957, 436, 814. I really like this one. This one's a little, it's a little weird. Whatever. And 3721. Sorry. Right, let's get this open, and you can see that this one is on the cards. Wheel this away. So this comes on 2 cards. What is it even trying to focus on? Hello? My poor camera. So right away you can see all the yellows, greens, and reds in here. And then this purpley color, I'm gonna guess it might go up in here or up in here. Yeah, because it looks more purple on my camera than in person, so maybe it does go up in there because the program might have picked up on that. The other side, some mushroom colors, more reds, some gray. greens, more reds, a dustier sage green, some yellows and tans, and this one on the end looks more pink to me in person. Kind of like a semi-pink lipstick. I'm not sure. I don't wear lipstick. And the second card, you get 37 to 46. And there's another lovely little purple here, some more oranges and tans. So they're definitely, at least if you look at it from this side, it looks more like the soupy colors. But I think they are very lovely colors for what I would have expected for this image. You can definitely tell just by looking that this color palette is for this image, and I'm very happy for it. Again, I do wish it were a bit smaller because I would have liked to start this sooner. And so they did send me this free of cost. So sorry about that. Apparently I didn't actually plug in my camera all the way, so it didn't charge all those hours I thought I was charging it. I believe I was going to tell you that the reason they replaced the kit is because as soon as I made my purchase for the 28 color kit, they released new listings that mentioned the version that had 28 colors versus the other kit, which was this one, that had more than the 28 colors. And I don't have the price of this because I did not purchase it, and I don't really want to look through the full site to find this. But if you do see it on the Biggest Crafts website, it does tell you which one is 28 colors and which one is the bigger one. Like if it doesn't say 28 colors and it is, where's the measurement? There. And if it's 50 by 90 centimeters, then it is the 46 color kit. So this is a replacement for the My Melody kit I had received. And the explanation for this one, since I don't really want to climb up on top of my counters to reach on the top of my cupboards, the My Melody kit they gave me, you see how crisp this picture is? On their website, they sometimes put that fake gridding over it just to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like. And in this case, I'm assuming they took that photo from some other company, so they didn't have the means to remove that fake gridding. So it had all these random squares just riddled all over the picture, and it ruined the quality of the canvas and the image for me, and I didn't want to have to spend the time modifying it to make all the colors kind of cohesive again. So I was offered a new kit of my choice with a similar price, and this is the one I had chosen because it is super cute and it was in my favorites for a while. It's just this cute little bear claw machine game. Look at him. He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, let's get it over with. Doll clamping. Cute. It's still cute. So this one came with a tiger, your needle threader, adjustable thimble ring, and then the pom-pom that holds your... Usually they give you 5 needles. It looks like, and... Oh, nope, they were just hiding. Okay, yep, and I still got my 5 needles. So instructions are right here on the page, underneath the photo. Get it open right. See the photo and then the instructions. And it is, again, printed by my favorite people. And now that I see it on here, not the canvas, I am so glad I guessed it correctly that it says warm prompt. So, let me see if I can fit this. All right, perfect. So you can easily see everything. This one only has 40 colors. All of the image is fairly clean and crisp. I don't see any smudging at all. You can tell what is what goes where. Nothing looks really confusing. It's on that shiny paper again. I'm just testing here to see if this is actually a sticker. And I'm sure I cut out most of me fiddling with that. I am not convinced that this is sticker paper. What I think this actually is, and I'm saying this out of my experience because I print little pamphlets for my shop using paper that has the same shiny side, other side. I think this is anti-tearing paper. And I think it is waterproof. It's not actually waterproof, but this is meant to be paper that you cannot tear. And I do believe it's too thin to be sticker paper, so I do know that there were sticker ones in the past, but this is thinner than that, so I'm convinced this is just the tear-proof paper to protect our patterns for us. I did not even mention the size. She is 50 centimeters wide and 70 centimeters tall, or 191 stitches wide and 278 stitches tall. And yes, I folded it so I could see it. So this is about the same size as the last cute bear themed kits I opened. On one of those I actually got a corner completed, and I'm just working my way up so I can roll it as I work. This one definitely has a lot more color blocking in it, much more open spaces. So this one might even be quicker to work on than the other one. Clear printing. I do wish they would use a bit more color-wise or different symbols. Like there's no circles in here that I'm seeing. The printing is clear regardless. Sadly, the factory that prints this does do those U's and B's. It's a little frustrating, especially at night, because with working on my other bear one, I've been having a hard time with telling them apart, so I'll either skip them or I'll tuck my phone in my shirt with the camera on, and I'll have my phone doesn't have a pop socket because it has this big bunny tail and lint. It has this big bunny tail on it, and so I just, since my flashlight's up here, I just tuck it like in the neck of my shirt and it holds it up, and since that holds it to my chest, it faces whatever's in front of me, and I've just been kind of doing that when it's really late at night and I don't want to have lights on and keep my son up. So that's just kind of my method of getting around that and seeing what's there. So that's the canvas. And both of these have been serged. So this one is on the drops, and I love that they cluster them together like this. I just kind of, I usually start in the lower left corner and work my way a chunk upwards again, so I can just kind of roll my canvas up. And so I will pick a color somewhere down in there and I will use it. And so what I've been doing is I will take one card of what I need and leave it out, and any color I have not used yet or do not need yet I leave in my bag. That way I'm not sifting through all of these every single time. And since there's duplicates, suddenly my throat is very dry. I'm so sorry. But by only taking out one of each color that I need and not all of them at once, there's not a lot to fondle around with. And if I can see that one of the colors I already removed from the pile doesn't get used anywhere up where I'm going next, I will put it back in my pile for the time being. So you can just see that these are very cute colors. Lots of creamy colors, some nice pinks, some nice blues. They're just fun, beautiful colors. And how I pull one of these out so I don't make a mess is I will hold down here, grab a single card, and just pull it right out. And then if it does get messy, I just kind of grab under the necks and finger comb it. And I haven't had a problem with it yet. So that is this one. And again, I do not have the price for this one, but I think it is under their newly added. If you filter it to newest in, it shouldn't be too deep into it, or you can find it under their new style. So this next one is another replacement. This is the old one, and let me just show you why it had to get replaced. Alright, so at first they thought this was a problem with the printed pattern and they were going to email it to me, but the second I told them it was a canvas problem, they sent me a replacement for this, no questions asked. So you can see here that it got double printed, and looking at this just makes me so nauseous and dizzy and sick, and it is such a mess, so hard to see. And this one was 26 colors. Or no, sorry, 28. Yeah, I can't even read the number right. And this is the new one. Look how, I mean, they're different, but like, look how much cleaner this one is. Like, you can't see anything on the one on the left, and that's the first one that got double printed, and on the right, it's so much better. They're obviously both serged, but this one's printing is more saturated, but they are the same kit, and they both have 28 colors. Sorry if you keep hearing a lot of audio cuts or seeing a lot of cuts in the video. My throat is just suddenly so dry. Talking is painful. So the paper pattern is the same. I'm not going to go over this in detail because I already did a review of this. I just wanted to let you know that they did send me one with much cleaner printing. Instructions came on the side, and this one did come in a Ziploc bag, but this is the only one to this date that I have gotten in the Ziploc bag. But oddly enough, this one did come on the floss drops. And this is the first one. The first one came on the card. I'm actually curious about if the colors are the same, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this card. So, let me get this all out the way. What are you? Okay, this is the first kit. So that's the first kit, and this is the second kit. I'm just gonna kind of try and fan these out. Okay. So let's use this purple as the comparison from the new kit they gave me. And here's the purple on the first kit they gave me. Right away, you can tell that they gave me more on the second one. So maybe, maybe they're just grabbing more threads than they think they need and not counting them when they put them on here. But it definitely looks like I'm getting more on this one, because this also feels thicker than this when I smoosh it. So maybe the floss drops aren't a bad thing. Maybe it's just helping them give us more thread so we don't have to let them know that we need more without overcoming or trying to stuff more than what fits in here into here, and sorry about that. For the most part, the colors do look about the same. Sorry again. There's probably different dye lots in here as well though, because the time between each kit was a little, or definitely over a month. So that's all I have for you today, or at least for this video. I just kind of wanted to show you that I did get my replacements, and I'm gonna yell at whoever keeps texting me. They did make things right with me, and so I am 100% happy. I've never been unhappy with Biggest Craft, so really good job on their end. Great customer service and communication. Thank you for coming to check and make sure that I got my replacements, as I did tell some of you in the comments that I did reach out and they were willing to work with me to fix that, and they definitely did. Have a great night, you guys.